What's up guys, I'm super pumped because this is going to be my first performance mod. Well, I did put in a Canon drop-in filter and it did nothing! These springs are going to completely transform the look of the car and how it drives. So I ended up going with the Progress lowering springs, but it was a close competition between those and the iBox. But the reason why I went with Progress was because iBox lowers it by 0.8 inches in the front and 0.8 in the rear, but Progress on the other hand lowers it by 1.25 inches in the front and 1.5 inches in the rear, which is gonna look metal! These Progress springs are some of the stiffest springs you can buy for the ND. The stiffness rating of the stock springs are 156 pounds per inch in the front and 80 pounds per inch in the back. The Progress, on the other hand, are 185 pounds per inch in the front and 115 pounds per inch in the rear. That's pretty stiff. Actually, that's almost as stiff as my lowering spring. Well, actually it is because this is a lowering spring. Alright guys, well enough talking, let's get these things installed. Well, actually let's have my friend install them because these hands are only good at one thing. And that's typing. I work in the tech industry, so I type all day. Kinda late. So, my friend's shop actually specializes in transmissions, but he referred me to his old tech shop and they quoted me 420 bucks. That's actually not that bad given that it's a 4-hour job, so they're charging 105 an hour. Other shops were charging about 150 an hour, which would be about 600 bucks for this job. So in any case, I'm pretty stoked to see what they're gonna be like.
5 hours later.
All right guys, I just got in my car, fitted with the lowering springs, and holy shit, it is low. I'll show you guys the footage after, but this is my first reaction to these new lowering springs. No, just kidding. I don't feel anything yet. Oh my god, traction control light? I have not gotten that before. Wow. Oh, when I brake, there's way less nosedive. Nothing. Oh, this feels amazing. This feels so much more responsive. I don't feel any floatiness in the back when I'm accelerating. Before, when I used to floor it, each shift I felt the car lunge forward and lunge back. Now it's so planted I can barely feel it, this floaty feeling of up and down. Here's some before and after shots, and wow, the drop really improves the look of this car. Eventually, I'll be getting some raised wheels, which I think will bring the looks of this car to a whole new level. But what I'm most excited about is to see how these springs handle. Let's take it to the canyons. I think it's safe to say that these springs have completely transformed the driving experience. I was torn initially on what to get first, lowering springs or sway bars. I went with lowering springs first because it not only will increase performance, but I wanted to get rid of that wheel gap and they were cheaper. But the big question, is there still body roll? Yes and no. Yes. The biggest difference I actually feel is when accelerating and braking. It's very planted when accelerating, it doesn't lurch back, it stays level and just goes. And braking is so much smoother, the front end doesn't nosedive. I have much more confidence when entering turns. Body roll is greatly reduced and it feels much more snappy. Definitely going to be getting some sway bars and will probably go with Progress also. But overall, I highly recommend these springs. See the comment section below for a link to a Miata forum where they give the spring rates and ride height of the popular lowering spring brands. But I give these Progress springs a 10 out of 10. It's a stiffer ride, really feel the road and hear it more, but that's to be expected when lowering a car. Well, as you can see, I love these springs. And stay tuned, I got some more performance upgrades and cosmetic mods coming up. I'll see you in the next one. Redlining Redhead out.